it's time to take a look at all the things in your life that are stealing your energy. And you may not even notice them, but anything that's taking away your energy is holding you back from reaching your goals. Good morning, everybody. Happy Tuesday to you. Welcome to Coffee with Dr. Scott. Thanks for joining me. And Tuesdays are the days that we do motivation, productivity tips. We've been doing some exercises on Tuesdays to help you clean up some things in your life, help you to be more productive, help you to get more done in the course of a day, and also make more progress towards your goals. So today we're working on, I was going to say a fun one, but it's not such a fun one. Some of the exercises we've done as far as closing open loops and all that, I do think of it as fun ones. Today's kind of a almost depressing one to start as far as thinking about some of these things. We're going to be talking about eliminating energy robbers. So looking at the things that are somewhat negative in your life so that we can clean them out. So again, you know I'm all about spring cleaning, getting stuff out of your life so we make more room for the good. And that's what we're going to be working on today. Before we get there, let's talk about your question of the day, which is simply, how is your energy level today? I just want to know. Give me a scale of 0 to 10. Give me some sort of information. Let me know how your energy level is today. I see a few people joining us here this morning. Thanks for stopping by. So, what's your energy level like? Today, slightly above average. I'd probably go 7.5. Yeah, let's just go 7.5. This would be my energy level today. Trying to think of I had a really energetic day last week. I remember that. I probably said I was 9.5. So I've got to do this exercise myself today to get rid of some of my energy robbers. Maybe get myself back up to that 9 or 10. But what's your energy level like today? Put that in the comments down below. As far as this exercise is concerned, I want you to start looking at energy robbers. And what do I mean by that? I mean just things that steal your energy over the course of a day. So you're going through your day, you have a good energy level, and all of a sudden something happens and it just decreases you. Or you think about something, or you see some sort of a pile, and it just kind of decreases your energy. So I want you to figure out what those things are. So as always, we're going to take that little yellow, for me it's a yellow pad. Get out your little yellow pad of paper, get out your pencil, and do this exercise. And I want you to go through 3 different areas of your life. So the first place we want to look for energy robbers is emotional. So this might be, I just noticed we got, messed up my overlays there. We'll get that fixed sooner or later. Emotional energy robbers. So this might be something with a family member, maybe a close family member, maybe spouse stuff, maybe kids, we have some energy issues. Maybe it's a family member that we're not with anymore, that you had a disagreement with years ago, and you need to go settle that up. Maybe it's a friend, someone local, someone talking bad about you. Whatever it is that's affecting you emotionally, I want you to write those down on that yellow sheet of paper. So again, right now we're just writing them. So we're just making note of all the things that are robbing you of energy throughout the day. Because whatever it is, again, it's stopping you from being your most productive. And if you can't be productive, then you can't get to your goals. And I see it all the time in working on coaching, again, being in as many offices as I have been in. And having worked in a situation, not a situation, many situations that were high energy robber situations. Back when I first started my coaching career, almost exclusively worked with really bad situations. I worked in situations where someone might be close to filing bankruptcy. Someone might have had a board complaint against them, and their practices just dropped. A lot of divorce situations. I don't know why I got called into those, but some of you may have heard me joke about being called the Wolf back when I was in practice. Winston Wolfe from Pulp Fiction. All of my associates, all of my staff called me the Wolf because I came in and I fixed problems. That's just what I did. I fixed problems. I go into a situation, I look at what's going on, I'm like, well, here's the steps. Just like Winston Wolfe in the movie Pulp Fiction. So I kind of marketed that when I first came out. And started doing coaching, and again, I just got a lot of calls from people in really, really bad situations. So I ended up dealing with a lot of these energy robbers, and I saw how much time was spent and energy was spent on those situations. And when I worked with my clients and I helped them to focus where we needed to focus. I talked yesterday, which not sure how these two shows ended up kind of next to each other, but I talked yesterday about if your focus in a race car, if your focus is on the wall, if you're going into a corner and you're looking at the wall, you're going to hit that wall. If you're looking at the curve and the road where you want to be, you're going to end up on that road. And it was the same thing here. If you're focused on those energy robbers, you end up with more of it. If you focus on the things you need to do to get yourself out of that situation and move forward, I found I got great results, which is why I kept getting phone calls, because I kept saving people from those issues. Point is, look at emotional energy robbers, and there are a lot of them. Maybe it is a board complaint against you. Maybe it is some lawsuit that you have had dealing with. Maybe we can't deal with that stuff really well, but just write it down for now. Second thing I want you to write down is the physical energy robbers. So I don't know what number I'm supposed to be on. There we go. So the physical energy robbers. And those physical energy robbers are going to be more of your routines, right? Things that we work on a lot on this show. Maybe it is caffeine, at least in the afternoons. But I personally don't notice a downslide from the caffeine that I have in the morning. I also don't necessarily notice a pick-me-up from the caffeine I have in the morning. So here I am rationalizing myself, right? But you need to look for your physical energy robbers. Are you not getting enough sleep? Are you spending too much time on a screen before bedtime and you're not sleeping well? Are you not taking your supplements? Are you not eating well? Are you not eating healthy? Are you not doing the things you need to do in order to have the physical energy? Are you not exercising well? So look at those physical energy robbers. Are you exercising too well? Are you overtraining in a certain situation? Look at those physical energy robbers, and again, I want you to write those things down for me. Number 7 would be mental energy robbers. So these are just things, and we've talked about, I think, open loops a couple weeks ago. Things that are just constantly on your mind, things that are weighing you down. Maybe not so different from the emotional ones that are issues, but just mental drains. To me, this is always, like I said, a pile in a corner somewhere, something you want to get to, and you don't ever get to it. Projects, things at work, especially in the chiropractic business. You have this thing you want to do that you know is going to help your practice. When I go in to do evaluations, every one of them's like, they know the things they need to do to help their practice, they just don't do them. And that creates a big mental issue, right? It's something that's always on your mind. It kind of picks at you, and if you don't get to it, it robs you of more and more energy as it gets older. Because I really feel like the longer it goes, I've had clients that have had these ideas for 3-5 years, and they haven't done those things, and it just kind of, we get into a self-talk spot, right? Not only is it still there and we haven't fixed it, but now we're really just kind of getting negative on ourselves. And that's a mental energy robber. That's an emotional one as well. So look at that as well when we're talking about mental, is any kind of self-talk you have. My kids pick at me all the time because I pick at them, because I'm as a parent, I'm very good at noticing it when they're doing it. But every once in a while, I'll make a joke, say, "Oh, I'm such an idiot," and they'll be like, "Don't talk about yourself that way." And again, I'm doing it somewhat facetiously. I don't think of myself as an idiot, but that negative self-talk still affects us. But a lot of us have really bad self-talk. And again, I talk to some chiropractors and unfortunately end up being in a psychologist role where I hear them, the things that they talk about themselves and think about themselves, and they don't think they can have the success. So we got to work on some of those mental energy robbers as well. So if you're watching this replay, pause now and go write down those 3 things. Any emotional energy robbers, any physical energy robbers, any mental energy robbers. Write them down on a piece of paper. So pause the video, go do that. If you're watching me live, you can't do that. If you're watching me live, make sure you answer the question of the day, which in the comments down below, which is what's your energy level like today? And then the last step of this exercise, and it should be a fairly quick one, like writing those things down, they're probably on top of mind anyway. So just write them down real quick. And then the last step is to take action. And what I mean by that is, same as we talked about in a couple of the other exercises, it's the Pareto principle. It's the 80-20 rule. So when you look at that list, you might have some really big ones and some ones that are like, no big deal. Pick out your top 20%, and maybe you pick out one in each category. But pick out your top 20% that are probably causing 80% of your energy to disappear. And obviously take action means deal with them. So if it is an emotional energy robber and it's some situation with family, make that phone call. And there's kind of two steps there as well. Make your effort. But you can't always do it, all right? Like, not by yourself. So if you make your effort and that other person is not willing to meet you halfway, and then you just got to cut ties. You've still got to eliminate that energy robber, and you just got to get rid of it. And again, if it's family, I'm not sitting here telling you how to handle that situation, but you've got to get rid of that so you can move on with your life. If it's a physical energy robber, start tomorrow morning. Just like every diet starts on a Monday morning, right? No, start right now. If you know that you need to get some exercise in order to have the energy you need to take care of patients and do the things you want to do, drop and do 20 burpees right now. It might not seem like a lot, but it's a start, right? It's something. It gets your heart rate up, it gets you breathing heavy, it gets your body starting to do those things, and it will get you used to doing more over a period of time. A lot of my clients, when they are in that exercise space, that's all I ask them to do is a minute's worth of workout every morning, just to get them going and get those endorphins flowing and get them used to it without having to set aside a half an hour, 45 minutes, just 1 minute of burpees or push-ups or something. So if it's exercise, a physical energy robber, start taking action. If it's your nutrition, clear out those cabinets, go buy some healthy food, do the things you need to do, but start on those today. If you know it's an issue for you, especially during this quarantine time, if you're not dealing with some of those things, start dealing with them. We all want to come out of this thing exceptionally well, and the only way we're going to do that is if we get rid of some of these physical energy robbers. And if you're still doing them now during quarantine time because you're unhappy or depressed or something of that nature, now's the time to start coming out of that funk. Which reminds me, we do have the Chiropractor Business Survival Guide available. It is in the comments down below, so make sure you click that link and go check that out. I was thinking about it as I was talking about my old experience with saving practices back in the day. There's a lot of the same stuff. Like a lot of the things that I worked on with clients back then to help them turn around a nose-diving practice and pick it back up is very similar to what I put in the Chiropractor Business Survival Guide, because practices are obviously suffering right now with the shutdowns and patients being stuck in the house and all those things. So check out that Chiropractor Business Survival Guide if you have not already. Taking action. So again, clean that stuff up. If it's a mental energy robber, if it's a pile in your corner, go clean up that pile. If it's a routine you need to get in place, get that routine in place. Do whatever it takes to get those mental energy robbers gone as well. Again, if it is negative self-talk, figure out some sort of punishment system. I know a lot of people use like the rubber band, and every time you hear it, you snap yourself, or paying money, putting money into a negative self-talk jar or whatever it might be. But do something to get rid of all three of those: emotional energy robbers, physical energy robbers, and mental energy robbers. Take some action this week. Get rid of those. Get rid of some of that negative energy so we can put positive energy towards moving towards our goals. I see a bunch of people join us here on the show while I've been talking. So again, answer the question today: how's your energy level today? Put it in the comments down below. Tomorrow we're back on to perfect case acceptance. And then Thursday morning we have a referral mastery segment coming up. So make sure you stop by for those, and I will see you all tomorrow morning.